Hi everyone, this is an update on Hurricane Irma and how we are witnessing history being made. It's been 25 years since a Category 5 hurricane struck the US, and Irma could potentially become just the fourth storm of that strength to barrel into the States. Hurricane Irma intensified Tuesday into a monster storm in the Atlantic with winds of 185 miles per hour and gusts of 218 miles per hour. Earlier today, there was only one Atlantic hurricane on record, Allen, in 1980, that contained stronger winds. Today, Hurricane Allen had its record broken by Irma. The only Category 5 hurricanes to hit the United States are Andrew in 1992, Camille in 1969, and an unnamed storm in 1935, with Allen being an indirect hit in 1980. The National Hurricane Center said Category 5 hurricanes destroy a high percentage of homes, often causing total roof failure and wall collapses. Fallen trees and power poles isolate residential areas. Power outages last for weeks or months, and areas can be uninhabitable for the same time frame. If it stays on the forecast track and reaches the Florida Straits, the water there is warm enough that the already intense storm could become much worse, with wind speeds potentially reaching 225 miles per hour, warned Kerry Emanuel, a MIT meteorology professor. The 5 hurricane categories of the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale are defined solely by the wind speed, and don't take storm surge, heavy rain, or barometric pressure into account. Any hurricane with winds of 157 miles per hour or greater is a Category 5. Now I'd also like you to take a look at the water temperature map of the central Atlantic coast. As you could see, where Irma has been passing through, we have water temperatures of roughly 83 to 84 degrees. But as Irma moves closer to Florida, we're going to see a temperature rise of up to 4 to 5 degrees in some areas. So this is a lot of fuel to give Irma to possibly let her strengthen more. Some people are calling for a new scale to be devised for a Category 6 hurricane, but as of now, all we have is Category 5. It's quite often that people will ignore warnings on hurricane trajectory due to the delays in forecasting and constantly changing dynamics. If you are thinking of ignoring the warnings, let me ask you, if you were warned of an approaching tornado to your location, would you go to your basement or the safest location in your home? While I know that tornadoes are not only measured in wind speed, but also the damage they cause, there are parameters in which the wind speed is categorized. For instance, an EF4 tornado will be wind speeds between 166 to 200 miles per hour. It is said to cause devastating damage, and well-constructed houses are completely destroyed. Structures with weak foundations are blown away, and vehicles can be thrown. Large debris becomes flying missiles. And then we have the EF5 tornado with wind speeds of greater than 200 miles per hour. These are said to cause incredible damage, and most structures are severely damaged or completely destroyed. Vehicles can then become flying missiles. With the wind speeds we're looking at with Irma, I guess we could look at it as a category or an EF4 tornado or an EF5 tornado, almost the size of Florida, coming directly towards Florida. Now we can only hope that this storm will weaken as it gets closer with the water temperatures that you've seen through the graph. I can only hope. If we are to see winds strengthening with the temperature difference between where Irma's at now and as she gets closer to Florida, Is it not possible that we could see gusts over 225 miles per hour just south of Miami? We're looking at water temperatures just shy of 89 degrees, where Irma is currently sitting in 83 to 84 degree water. I ask that everybody take into account your families, your neighbors, and try to be safe. They're saying there's already runs on supplies at local stores for people trying to stock up on water, food, fuel, and all the necessities needed to ride out a hurricane. But with a hurricane the size of what we're looking at, is this something that you would want to ride out? I just ask that you consider evacuating while it's still not completely chaotic. If this storm happens to miss, that is fine. You'll have a lot better time getting out now than trying to leave the day of evacuations. I've personally sat in traffic for over 12 hours evacuating from a hurricane. It is not fun, but I also have family that were in that same traffic that left a day later that sat in traffic for 22 hours. I could imagine with the size of evacuation that they're planning for Florida, should this storm continue on its current trajectory, that we may be looking at delays even longer than that. Please, if you're going to get food and water, let it be for your car ride out of Florida, should they call for an evacuation. And if you're wanting to be on the safe side, it may be worth taking off of work and trying to get to a safer location now. I pray that you all be safe, and I pray that you watch over your neighbors, your family, and each other. Good luck.